All right, Dad, so what's the plan today?
Well, I don't know. Day's kind of wide open. We can go wherever you and your green shirt want to go to.
Okay, this is about continuity because we're making a film.
Okay, all right. So I was just making fun because you wore that last shirt last week when we went to Jeff's farm.
You don't understand filmmaking. And last week when we went to Jeff's farm was a great experience.
That was good, yeah.
I can buy that farmers have sustainability top of mind. I still don't understand the differences between the different kinds of farming. I mean, I know we have GMO farming because we have GMO food, and there's conventional farming because I've heard you bitch about that, and there's organic farming because there's organic food. I've heard regenerative farming, sustainable farming.
Farming is farming. People are all farming is farming. People are trying to get to the same destination. If you're trying to get to a supermarket and you take one route and I take another route, we get to the supermarket, we're going in the same direction.
That analogy does not hold. I mean, what about organic farmers? My understanding is that organic farmers, for example, choose not to use pesticides and fertilizers. So how can that be the same kind of farming as conventional?
Do you know how wrong that statement is that you just said?
Organic farming doesn't use pesticides. Of course they
have to use fertilizer and pesticides. How do you think they nurture crops and control pests, Nick?
I find you suspicious. Hi, my name is Nick Syke, and lately, I've had some questions surrounding what's true about our food. My dad's a baby boomer who grew up on a farm, and he's worked in agriculture all of his life. Understanding each other isn't easy at the best of times, and when it comes to food, we need science as a common language if we're going to make any sense of the other's point of view, and that's the goal. Join me while I annoy this guy with my skepticism as we search for the answers to my questions about our food. Welcome to LEARN GMO. How do we feed everyone without wrecking the planet? I think we all grapple with this question occasionally, but farmers have to grapple with it daily. My understanding is that getting away from the problems of fertilizer and pesticides is the whole reason organic farming exists, right? In the grocery store, I can look for organic labels, which make me feel good about what I'm buying. But then where is all this other food coming from? Rob keeps saying it's conventionally farmed, but I'm not following him. Okay, Dad, so you keep saying conventional agriculture, but I don't know what that means.
Well, you don't know what it means. Conventional agriculture, Nick, is utilizing the technology that farmers have available to them today, whether it's breeding or biotech, or whether it's pesticides or fertilizer or precision agricultural technology. Those things are applied by farmers utilizing science to produce food.
Okay. Most of the farmers near me are conventional, so they can use any kind of seed, traditionally bred, hybrid, genetically engineered, whatever. They can use man-made insecticides, fungicides, and herbicides, and they can use man-made fertilizers. But all that stuff can get expensive, so conventional farmers have to get creative to manage costs. They use satellite maps linked to their machines, so they're only putting stuff on where it needs to go. That's cool. And those machines are huge and guided with GPS for ultra precision. And all that stuff starts to make fields pretty predictable and uniform, so conventional farmers can farm at huge scales. This is how most of our staple crops are grown. They can be GMO or not, but they're still grown conventionally. Okay, so if that's conventional farming, then what is organic farming? Why is it unconventional?
Well, organic farming is...
Hang on, he doesn't even buy organic food. I know for sure that this guy knows what organic farming means. Meet my favorite organic farmer, based at UC Davis in California, Raul Adamchak.
Organic agriculture is a model of an ecologically based farming system. So pesticide use is greatly reduced in organic systems because we're using a very integrated kind of control that uses crop rotation and plant diversity and biocontrol and habitat for beneficial insects and resistant varieties, integrated, and numerous other things.
There you go. Organic farming is based on ecology. These farmers are using things besides chemicals. Plant diversity to beat out weeds and not killing the bugs that eat the ones eating the crops. You can also plant pest-resistant crops, I guess, so long as they're not genetically engineered. Hybrid seeds and some other interesting ones are okay too, More on that later. Organic farmers have to manage their costs too, and they use technology, but they also have to keep a closer eye on things. So they generally work at smaller scales to manage it all. This all gets integrated
into an approach that makes using even organic insecticides or fungicides as a last resort.
Wait, what?
Organic insecticides or fungicides. Organic insecticides or fungicides.
What do you think happens? They put a sign at the end of the field that says, organic field, insects and diseases, please stay away. Of course they have to control insects and diseases, and they use integrated pest management strategies, but they also use organic pesticides.
Okay.
Like copper sulfate and pyrethrum.
Wait. Organic pesticides is a thing though?
Of course
Really?
it's a thing. And organic fertilizers are a thing, Nicholas.
Oh, somebody's lying. And I wish it was Rob. This is the Canadian government's list of allowable organic substances. Some interesting stuff in here. Pyrethrum comes from chrysanthemum blossoms, poisonous flowers processed into very poisonous chemical. Quicklime reacts intensely with water, so breathing it in or getting it on your skin is bad news. And rhododendron, that's also made from flowers. But nature does make poisons too, and it's been linked to Parkinson's disease. In fact, in 2010, almost half of the pesticides approved for use by European farmers failed the EU's food safety evaluations. Ugh.
Oh, and let's talk about BT.
Okay.
Yeah, Bacillus thuringiensis. It's an organic insecticide. You don't know about this? You need to Google.
Okay.
It's a bacterium that organic farmers use as an insecticide. And what are you finding?
Okay, BT is coming up, but it's coming up in reference to genetically modified crops.
BT's coming up as GMO?
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder why that is.
What are you getting at? Bacillus thuringiensis, or BT, is a bacteria found in soil. Totally harmless unless you're a bug, because BT happens to release a protein that kills bugs dead. So spraying a pesticide made from BT is a good choice. And it also occurs in nature, so it's fully organic too. This makes sense, but what does organic pesticide have to do with GMO crops? Stay tuned for part 2 to find out.